Hey everybody, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Consciousness of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Anyway, came to the park today, so I could watch the ducks. I'm gonna plug in. Okay. Just in case it's hard for people to hear me because of because of the nature noises. Anyway, it's been a long time. Let me see if I can kind of prop this bad boy up a little bit more. Hopefully that'll stay. Anyway, it's been a long time. Since I've seen so many butterflies. And just for all you people out there, one of the things that they really love to eat is milkweed. So a lot of people cut that down and they poison it in their yards, and then the butterflies don't have anything to eat. So just want to talk to you about a couple of things. I have a star family. I've met my star family. Talked to them about, like why they sent me here. I mean, it's not really like a mission. And what's transpired, since they've sent me here. I got really angry for about 2 years because they kind of like sold me out and did me in as well. So I don't trust them, and I don't trust any extraterrestrials. And a lot of my Red Road training and shamanism training teaches me not to trust them either. Because they all have agendas, just like people have agendas. And they don't work together either. They all have different agendas. And a lot of them don't even really care. A lot of them would just like to wipe us off the map again, start over. So, I don't want to get a whole lot of flack from people. But, I really feel the information that I gather, let's just say on a vibrational level from the stream, which is a non-channeling source. It's a place that I've learned to go a long time ago from my native teachers, my shamanic teachers. But I really feel like they're holding this, GCR, Nasara, Jasara, RV off, and they keep changing the information, right? It's like bait and switch. Remember? Bait and switch. Bait and switch. So, they're making it more friendlier and, all this other stuff. Anyway. Do not openly buy in, especially this healing energy that's going on along the planet. There's some people that are calling it a pulse, accept it so you can get your healing and all this other crazy ass crap. There's really not much I can do to kind of help people. To kind of understand what's going on. But I do warn you in what you're going to buy into. The ETs have wiped us out several times. except for those that are protected, which are the native people and the original people on the planet. We've been wiped out by all kinds of different kinds of situations, and then, you know, remade, our Isby's soul or whatever else you want to call it, shoved back in and processed back in. It's one of the reasons I don't like just off myself and leave the planet, because I'm not really sure I can bypass the heaven experience, and I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to be, you know, pulled up in that tractor beam in the heaven experience and then imprisoned and taken to a place that's far worse than this. I have zero interest in that at all. So I just keep walking my shamanic road until I know for a fact that, you know, I can travel through the timelines with my body, and I bypass all those control systems and prison systems. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. I feel like they're, you know, withholding this RV, they're withholding money, the GCR and Asara, because they don't have enough people buying into the ascension. See, it's like a corporation. They need 51% to buy into it, to take the whole enchilada, so that they can get their agenda in, because you're the battery, right? You know, when they do these satanic rituals and go to war, your agreement, even if you don't realize that you're agreeing, is the energy needed to make it happen. So every religion has been created for control. All kinds of religions across the planet. You know, there are things that we need to know, like Krishna, Lord Krishna, he's blue. Extraterrestrial, Osiris, they're talking about finding Osiris's cave, his tomb. Did they mention he's green? Extraterrestrial. Did they, they're talking about Gilgamesh, that they found Gilgamesh's tomb. Well, Gilgamesh was a demigod, no different than, you know, basically the story of Dionysus, that they found his tomb. Well, he was a supernatural. He had beyond Herculean strength. He was Anunnaki and human, but mostly Anunnaki. Extraterrestrial. What about the elongated heads in species that was all over the world? Extraterrestrial. What about the giants? Extraterrestrial. So extraterrestrials can't be trusted. I mean, none of them are working together. They all kind of, you know, corner the market. You know, let's look at it. They all have their own individual corporations in this world. And they're cornering the market with their own kind of modernized species that includes some human. They've created all kinds of religions, Christianity, and what did you believe in that? That Jesus will save you and that there's a rapture. You get to go somewhere. Yay! And it's kind of like undisclosed about how that rapture will be. I mean, do you float up in the air? Do tractor beams on UFOs pick you up off the ground and take you? I mean, really, what is rapture? Kind of looks like Jesus might be an extraterrestrial who traveled worldwide. the different civilizations. So most of these religions keep telling you the same thing, that someone or something's going to come and save you. And that number two, that they're going to take you away because you're good and you're chosen, and you don't have to have personal responsibility for your participation in this planet and the mess that it's in. You don't have to have personal responsibility for your family and what you've been involved in, like wars. That you don't have personal responsibility to do right by other cultures on this planet, especially like the native and original people. You have no responsibility to them. And somehow you're just going to go bye-bye. The thing that I like most about the native people and the original people, which are, you know, a lot of them can be Asian descent, Mongolian, you know, Russia, there's Russian lines. There's the Aborigines, the Aboriginal people, native people worldwide. They don't really believe. A lot of them have had a lot of contact with all kinds of different extraterrestrials. But, you know, my training has always been by them is to be very, very cautious. Because they will appear to be anything that you need them to be to believe them. And so many people just believe whatever they want to believe because they want to be saved. They want to be chosen. They want to be right, you know. This is a problem. This is like with ascension. Same thing as a rapture. And the native people don't talk about this stuff. They don't talk about, what they talk about is the destruction of Earth, and 95% of the population is wiped off, which a lot of them are really looking forward to, getting rid of a lot of the white people on the planet, since we're predominantly the ones that have caused most of all of the damage. You know, there are some native people that I've been around that call it the harvest, the great harvest. And that right before the earth flippy floppies or goes through her changes, or there's a great extinction of a lot of the population, that there'll be a harvest. They call it the great harvest, where the ships will come in and people will be taken away to more enslaved planets and harvested and most likely eaten by some of these races. So, and think about it. If you were going to sell your farm, you're going to get out of your business. What would you do with all your livestock? You would probably sell them off. You wouldn't leave them there, right? You'd sell them off. So if we're extraterrestrials commodities, that's how we're treated on this planet legally. Our birth certificate shows that we're a commodity, no different than cattle, and we're bought and sold by hedge fund accounts worldwide. So what do we really think is going on? And this whole like new age bogus stuff, you know, like it's just really not a good place to put your time and energy into. Because the likelihood of you being harvested and ending up in places that are a lot worse situations for your children and whatever else are, you know, high up on the list. But The problem is a lot of these new age people haven't been involved with a lot of this stuff for very long. Having been awake since I was born, having been around a lot of gurus, native people, shamanic people in my own family, and people that I've trained with and been around for my whole lifetime. You know, I just didn't wake up yesterday and start getting involved in a lot of this information. And, you know, I've had experience with ejecting beings out of people's energy fields and bodies that they've been channeling that are not good. Bad. Very, very, very bad. So it's not my first rodeo. You know, I'm 48 years old. I've been at this for 48 years on this planet. And they keep inventing things. It doesn't matter who they are. They are the people on the planet. They are the hybrids on the planet. They are the dimensional beings behind everybody on the planet. They're the galactic and extraterrestrials. So they keep changing the game, using new words. Remember, we're going to talk about vocabulary again. They keep changing the words, just like the medical systems. You know, remember I talked about this in the video. What kind of healthcare do you have? You go to a chiropractor, you have a subluxation. You go to a massage therapist, it's a compression. You go to a medical doctor, it's a herniated disc or a, what else do they like to call them? Herniated and something else. Anyway, so this is what's happening to you now. So the new religion is ascension, but it's the old religion, right? But they're just making you more comfortable with extraterrestrial ships coming and removing you from the planet. And did you ask what they're going to do with you at that point? What's the long-term game plan? Doesn't matter because you just want to leave here because this is not a good place. Well, what if this place is a lot better than where they're taking you or where they're going to put you or wherever, whatever that's going to be? I mean, this is the thing is like you people out there are not thinking about this stuff like appropriately or rationally. And it's meant to confuse you. And it's also meant to sound the same. Jesus is saving you. Oh, the galactics are saving you. Jesus in the Bible, rapture. Ooh, rapture. The chosen people will leave. What does that look like? Where in the fuck are you going? Does it say where you're going to go? Heaven? Well, we know for a fact that the heaven experience is just a prison. So that can't be good. And then you have the, you know, rapture. What's the other side of that? The ascension. Oh, the ascension. Okay, well, it's the same damn thing as the rapture. They give you any kind of information of what that's going to look like. Oh, and I love the whole shadow planet thing. It's really disrespectful of this planet. It's really disrespectful for all living things here. And, you know, I could look at it. You know, it can't happen fast enough. Because anybody that wants to buy into any of this, please do, and please leave as fast as possible and get exactly what you deserve. Because you haven't educated yourself. And you're not paying attention. And you're not asking enough questions. And so you deserve to get everything that you're going to get. And you're probably going to go to a place that's like straight to hell. that they're disclosing as a heaven experience. Now, if they wanted to make healing worldwide, this whole healing pulse thing and all this other stuff, it's like I put up a protection shield around me because I don't want it. You know, it's the same with vampires. They can't come in and eat you or suck your blood and turn you into a vampire if you don't let them in. If you don't accept it. I mean, you just accept things. You don't even think about the consequences of these things. And the consequences are horrific. We're the ones that should be negotiating with the galactics. Come down here and talk to us directly. Sit down at the table so that I can have a long, lengthy conversation with you about what is truly going on. Without any mind control, without any mind control technology that you may want to try to use on me. Fair and square. But don't come talk to me through other people. Don't send healing signals or frequencies or pulses across this earth. I do not accept them. You need to ask permission first. This is my planet. This is our planet. It is up to us to decide and choose what we're going to do on this planet, how it's going to play out. Instead of acting like animals, cattle, and being happy with a few crumbs thrown our way, or a few, pieces of information that may sound good, and they keep you hooked in and hooked in and hooked in because you want to get yours. You deserve to have yours. Meanwhile, you're not participating at all in the decisions that are being made on this planet. You're not involved politically. You're not involved locally in your legislative process, citizen lobbying. You're not participating at all. Just because you pay fucking taxes does not make you a citizen of this planet. This planet is our planet. We're here. Legally, what is it? 9/10 of the law goes in the favor of the person that has the possession. Is 9/10 of the law. So don't come through the back door, playing Santa Claus and healer of the reality, slinging your bullshit on my planet. So people out there, you've got to get a backbone. You've got to pull your thinking cap on and your critical thinking. And yeah, is this place a mess? Totally a mess. Is it tough? Totally tough. I've been living in my van in August 10 years. 10 years. At every turn, no matter how much education I get, no matter how good I am at what I do, no matter what, always being taken out, always being financially destroyed. So I don't worry about any of that anymore. I don't play their game because it's my planet. So I choose the game that I'm going to play. For example, today, the last couple of days, I've just had a lot of stress and just have not been able to deal with people on this planet. And how stupid you guys are. I'm sorry. You guys are like ignorant, dumb. Ugh. Even the conscious ones. Actually, I think the ones that they think they're conscious are like the most dangerous. But lately I've just been coming to the park. I've been going to the river where there's not a lot of people. Because to me, that's real. Watching the ducks swim in a pond. Watching the light. How it shimmers off water. Watching the trees. Nothing is more beautiful than a tree. How they move with leaves on them. The other day I was watching one, and the way that it, had all these leaves and the way the branches was going, it looked like it was like a hula skirt, but the hula skirt was on upside down, and it was like doing the hula, But that's real. Those beings are real. They came here. They came here before we came here. So, to me, they're more real. And they're participating more than we are. Every day they breathe in the poison and try to breathe out oxygen to keep us alive. Do they get paid? No. Do they do that job 24/7? Yes, they do. Faithfully, nonstop. They ask for nothing and they don't complain. They're not waiting to get theirs because they know there is no getting theirs, that it's a participation. All of us participating together. And ascension isn't going to change that. Plus, salvation is one person at a time job. Ascension, evolution, one person at a time job. That monkey washes its food. 50 years later, all the monkeys are washing their food. So that's another reason, like, we have to be really, really, really careful about the things that we are participating in. For our children, for our grandchildren, for all these trees, for all the water, for the mountains, for the animals. We have to be really, really careful about our knee-jerk reaction and being saved, because we don't have the backbone to save ourselves. It's easier for the whole world to fall apart for us to quit our job that we hate, that's abusing us, and then we turn around and abuse other people. It's so much easier to say, well, it all fell apart, so I got to quit my job. Instead of making a proactive choice saying, you know what, this life that I'm living is done. And I'm moving into evolution. I'm moving into personal evolution. I'm moving into personal ascension. I'm moving into personal enlightenment. Because money isn't going to save us. Trees don't need money. Actually, money fucks them up. Money kills them. Can you imagine being a being and being like, oh, here they come. They need their money again. They're going to cut us down. Single most important fucking thing on this planet is trees. Singularly most important thing on this planet, and we cut it down. For paper. Build houses. For money. For books. Whatever other bullshit thing. Choice is everything here, people. And you gotta wake up. Wake up. Ascension is just another religion. They keep trying to, get these religions going because they need you to believe it. They need so that they can bring it in and it can happen. If you don't buy it, it ain't gonna happen. And you have to live with the consequences. Believe me, when those ships come for the great harvest, I'm going to be pushing people into that light. Oh, Jesus has come. Whoop, push you right into that light. Oh, the galactics have come. Whoop, push you right into that light. I'm not going into that light. I ain't going near that light. I fought those bad ETs all my life and got rid of them in 2012. And I ain't about to step foot in no light, no tractor beam. You can forget it. I am the light. I don't need to step into light. I don't need anyone else's help. I just need time. I need peace. I need quiet. I need contemplation. I need connection with the earth. I need to eat off the earth. I need to engage in the water. That's what I need to do to be the light that I am on this planet and in this world. I don't need salvation. And I sure as fuck don't need ascension. But you people are going to bring stuff about onto yourself. And there's nothing I can do about that. And I can't change that. No matter what kind of message I give you, you just are never going to really believe it. Because, you know, I'm the bearer of bad news. Yeah, doom and gloomer. Something's really mad at me over here. It keeps throwing things at me. Wish you could hear the stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but stuff keeps being thrown over here at me. It's all right. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Because I'm the light. You're the light. Act like it. Get a grip. Stop behaving. Stop engaging in darkness and other people's darkness that appears like light. And stop being sheeple. Stop being a bunch of sheep following people. Listen to your own inner direction. Because that's the only direction you have. It's the only voice that you have. And it's up to you to listen to yours. All right, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, just a conversation. Conversation I don't really like having with people. But it has to be said. Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project YouTube channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.